What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tesla stock and what you should be looking out for the future. I'm also going to do some in-depth technical analysis and show you what Tesla may end up doing for the next upcoming weeks, because it's looking a lot more bullish than before, and we finally got the big breakout that we were waiting for. It's looking much better, and I do think that this thing is set for some really nice price action. So I'm going to talk about the overall market, how algorithms are now shifting in the market, what Elon Musk liked on his Twitter page, and some amazing news for Tesla. Now, before I break anything down though, before I talk about what's going on with Tesla's share price, I do have to mention a couple of things before starting. Firstly, I'm not a financial planner, so don't take any of this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. Not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the MooMoo link down below in the description. If you sign up for MooMoo, the link down below, and deposit $100 into the account, you're guaranteed 10 free stocks, each worth up to $2,500. And the best part is, out of these 10 free stocks, 5 are going to come from the wheel right here, which means that you could win 5 free Tesla shares, 5 free AMC shares, or a mix of all of them. It's a limited time offer. The offer ends in just 2 weeks. Check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So Tesla's up 4.68% for the day, and something very interesting happened. Now, in my previous video, I talked about the fact that many technical indicators were showing this downtrend for Tesla, and Tesla was respecting this for a very long time. It's been weeks. It's just been downtrending, downtrending, downtrending. And what's happening is we saw a big shift in the price action today. What happened was we actually came down to this 858 level. We came a little bit below it, which was not a good sign, but then the buyers came in, the algos came in, and we saw some nice price action. We got a nice candle up here. The thing pushed up to test that 880 level. It's kind of like a range of resistance, and we were testing it, and we actually broke past it. Very, very nice breakout right here. We actually came down a little bit, then we pushed even higher, and this thing said it's ready to go. We got another strong candle, and this thing pushed all the way up to $900 a share. So well done, Tesla. We finally got the confirmation of this breakout. We were not showing many signs of it, but the buyers really did start to step in. And this was also dependent on SPY. And the SPY did something very, very unusual. I want to actually talk about this. So what the SPY ended up doing was very, very interesting. If we actually go back a couple of days, we can see the SPY has been respecting this ascending wedge. And what's very interesting is we pushed above 400, and people were starting to think this thing could get stopped at like 415. That's where the 200 EMA was. And what's interesting is we broke past that. We actually broke past that after testing it for a couple of days. Then we go to 420. We eventually consolidate around there. We push past that. People think we may peak around 424, 425. What happened today was we ended up testing those ranges, and then we broke all the way up to 427, and it does look like the SPY wants to continue to go up. We're getting some really nice volume, a big increase in the RSI, so we're seeing the buyers really stepping in. The algos are adjusting in this range. The buyers are really starting to step in, and this is actually a good sign for the market. It's very similar to what happens when we are in a bull market, but I'm not going to make that claim right now, because I have to warn you, there's always that possibility that the shorts are taking advantage of the markets and retail. If you look at the fear and greed index, the market right now is almost greedy. And this is actually like what happens when the market starts to push up and make nice moves like this. So this doesn't have to guarantee it's all just manipulation. But what this could mean is just a possibility is the shorts are trying to get everyone really greedy, and they yank the market right back down when the time is right. Now, I don't think it's going to happen immediately. I do think there might be a slight pullback. But I'm not saying the SPY is going to go to like, I don't know, 350, 340. I'm not seeing that just yet. What seems like what's about to happen is the SPY is going to continue to rally for another, I would say, 2 or so weeks. It looks very, very strong. Maybe the second we could see some red days, maybe some consolidation, but the true trend reversal may take a few weeks to actually start. And it looks like the market is going to actually hold up pretty well, as we're seeing the adjustments to the algos and a lot of buyers stepping in as volume is increasing throughout the markets. For NASDAQ, very similar story. Right, the buyers are stepping in. It's actually gapping up like this, which I don't really like to see gapping up like that. I tend to like seeing the market just slowly go up and not form all these gaps. But it's a-okay, because the NASDAQ is also pushing up. It was in a very similar formation, and it tends to be correlated with the SPY. So when the market's kind of running in unison, the algos are adjusting. And could this be a trap? Sure, it's possible. But right now, I'm not seeing a big reversal just yet. It looks like we want to continue going up. And you could see when it came to the NASDAQ, we actually hit the RSI in these levels where it became much, much, much higher, around like the 75 range on the 2-hour candles. We're currently around that like 69 to 70 range. So we have space for NASDAQ and SPY to continue to rally. And for Tesla, that's a pretty darn good sign. So if I look at Tesla, I have the chart, like right here. We actually closed above 900, and that's a pretty good sign. Let me close out my drawings real quick. You could see we had this downtrend that kept on continuing. And we're finally starting to show signs of a nice reversal and a break out of it. And this thing does look like it's going to start pushing to that 920, 930, 940 level. The thing is, even if we do push up to those levels, there's still going to be strong resistance, particularly around 930 to 940. It's going to be strong. It's going to require a lot to break past them. And one catalyst that could actually help us would be the stock split that's coming up in just a couple of weeks. It's going to start after the closing of trading on August 24th, and on August 25th is when it's going to actually be adjusted. Now, I'm going to release a video about the stock split next week to give you guys more details about it as it gets closer, but I do think as the date approaches, what generally happens to Tesla during these splits is we get some nice price action going into it. Now, if the market allows that, that is what we should see. But if the market does get a big reversal, if it actually happens before, then that may not be the case. But right now, it's looking pretty good as we're going into that date. Tesla looks pretty strong right now. As far as the options chain goes, what I'm noticing is we're pretty balanced for next week. There are a little bit more puts that actually were out there. Calls that were out there for next week that have expiration dates. And we might see a big change in the flow. So we might get a lot more calls in the money if we do see a lot better price action. I would be on the lookout for that. And there could be manipulation from the options chain by the market makers. So be prepared for that as well. But right now, I'm a little bit more in favor of a bullish move for next week than a bearish one. So with that said, just to really call this out, just to make this very simple, I wanted to call out one last thing before I transition to the news. If you look at Tesla, we have a giant cup that formed here. And the thing is, these formations are a little bit contentious because they don't always guarantee, there's not always the guarantee that they're going to play out the way you think they are, because sometimes you get fake outs like this. I showed that in a previous video where Tesla had a cup that formed. It was trying to form a handle, and then it ended up getting a break to the downside. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. What I'm essentially saying is it looks like the cup is forming, and we have a handle that's actually starting to form as well. So if we do continue to push to the upside, that could be a confirmation that we're about to get the handle. And that could be a very, very bullish sign for Tesla. This thing could start to rally as we get closer to the stock split. So that's basically what the chart may be showing us. We still need to see some confirmation and a nice hold above 900. If we get that, that would be a very, very good sign. And right now, like I said, I'm more inclined to think that the stock price looks more bullish than bearish for next week. And we should get some tests around 920 to 930 for sure. In my opinion, it's very likely to see that. Now, with that out of the way, I want to transition to something else. If I bring back my drawings, you guys could notice we are set for a potential breakout out of this downtrend. Pretty good. I would like to see a continuation. I'm going to look very closely at around that 920, 925, then 930. That's where we have some very, very strong resistance. The very strong one, the extremely strong one, is 940. So be prepared for that. Now, anyways, I want to talk about one other big piece of news, because from the technical aspect, it's looking a lot better. The market looks like it has some more room to continue as things are looking a lot better. So one of the big things about Tesla is the fact that their cars are very luxurious, and the Model 3 and the Model Y were the most sought after luxury cars in the US for auto loans. This is actually based off a survey, and that looks very, very good. They're very luxurious, and they have a very nice sentiment from a lot of people out there. So this is actually from a tweet that Elon Musk liked. A lot of people are super bullish for Tesla. They love the brand, they love the cars, and I really think that they have a very strong future ahead of them. As far as the earnings go for the future, we still have some time for them. But we also have big dates coming out like AI Day. And I think Tesla's going to have some more innovations to come. And I really think they're going to have a very strong second half to come as well. I really believe we're going to see a lot of deliveries. They're going to meet their expectations and goals. And I really believe this growth that's going to perpetuate is going to cause the share price to soar as we continue on. With that out of the way, Musk may have some big announcements over the next couple of months, such as a new Gigafactory. I think it's coming quite soon. And with that out of the way, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay strong, remain calm, cool, and collected, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Tesla to the moon because the long-term future is bright, and peace out.